I was the chair of the Canadian Centre for Ethics in Sport, but actually I was appointed with a physician, Dr. Andrew Pipe, to start it. And part of that goes back to the Seoul Olympic Games in 1988, when you recall that Ben Johnson had his infamous run from the penthouse to the outhouse, right? And I was president of the Canadian Olympic Committee at the time, and I had to appear in front of 3,000 media at a media scrum the morning of his departure out of Seoul, Korea, and the morning that this announcement was being made. And I had to phone the federal minister of sport at that time, who was Jean Charest, the current premier of Quebec. And I phoned him and said, something is going to hit the fan very quickly, and I want you to be aware that in the next 3 or 4 hours is going to be the most busy time of my life, but your life is going to have to respond as well, because there's going to be all kinds of calls back in Canada why Canadian athletes are doping, and we need to do something about it. So when I came back from Seoul, Korea, he did something about it. He started a Dublin inquiry, a national inquiry into doping in sport in Canada, and one of the recommendations was we need to build an independent agency that will take responsibility for doping control and education of athletes and all of this. And Andrew Pipe and I were asked to set it up. So we together worked over a period of 12 or 14 years. He was chairman at first, and then I became chairman of the organization. And we built that organization into one of the preeminent international organizations. We were actually the model program around the world of how to set up an anti-doping program, educational program, an ethics in sport program. And I'm very proud of all those people that really were the real professionals that built that organization, but it was another great experience.